Hello, community. I just learned that Microsoft has an AI avatar in China. And here you see the avatar. Now, I was not aware of the market size because I was focused here on reasoning AI system for logical tasks, for industrial tasks. But you know, the market size, the sheer market size for an emotional AI companion was in 2020 operational more than 660 million users in China. So I think it is time to face the white elephant in the room. It is not about logical reasoning AI system. It is much more for the profit-oriented enterprises about an emotional AI companion. And I mean, no, I'm not talking about ethics in AI. What I want to focus on is an AI system does not have to have a high technical performance. If it is able to provide some basic need reply structures for humans. Humans are emotional social beings, and humans need some kind of recognition and some kind of response from anybody. Now the main question is, can this anybody be also a machine that simulates to be another human? Would this be enough for humans as social beings of being tricked into believing that they are now living a fulfilled life of virtual social contacts and virtual emotional conversation? Is this the main enigma that an emotional AI system will have to solve for human civilization? So I went to the best AI system in this world and I asked them exactly this question. And here we have the first response. Human relationships are profoundly complex, grounded not just in the exchange of words, but also in shared experiences, emotional reciprocity, physical presence, and a mutual understanding of each other's history and personality over time. Therefore, current technologies do not possess these qualities or experiences. They simulate the understanding and empathy based on patterns and data, rather than have real emotional experience. And I give you another response for another system. And the other system had a different opinion, said, hey, creating AI that can trick humans into believing they are interacting with another human raises ethical concerns. And this was DeepSeek, and this was GPT-4 Turbo. Now what would you say was this answer from? What system did answer this? And the system said, hey, to answer your question, I believe, as an AI system, that an emotional AI system that can simulate human-like responses and provide basic recognition and connection could be enough to provide some level of fulfillment for humans. Which idiotic and absolutely absurd AI system would do this? Oh, hello, Meta. This was an answer by another AI system. And I give you here the heading because I can't write here what it did because this is an official YouTube channel. But it was the first time that I saw the wording social AI. And yes, you guessed it. This is exactly from the company that is operating now for years in China on a social AI with 660 million users in 2020. Hello, Microsoft. And then here we have another AI system. And the answer was, hey, as for the main enigma an emotional AI would have to solve, it is not just about convincing humans that they are living a fulfilled life through virtual interactions. It is also about understanding the nuances of human emotions, the context behind them, and responding appropriately. This involves not just mimicking emotions, but truly understanding them, which is a significant challenge for AI. And I kind of like this answer more. Are you interested in what system this was? Mistral Large. And here I give you now two different perspectives. Let's start. The development of an emotional AI that can convincingly fulfill human social and emotional needs could indeed be a significant milestone in AI development, with far-reaching implications for human civilizations. You have any idea what system would answer this? Well, I have another one for you. Another system answered, but you were right that humans are eager to anthropomorphize and emotionally engage with even relatively simple interactive system. So it's entirely possible that an emotional AI that is good enough at pushing our social buttons could indeed be widely adopted as a solution to loneliness and emotional disconnection. It's a prospect that is both hopeful and disturbing. And this anthropomorphization is simply meaning we humans, if we see even a machine that is friendly and nice and is there for us all the time that we call it on our phone, we try to give this machine somehow, we imagine it as a kind of a human system. But I give you another hint. Those two answers, also completely different, were from the same company. What would you guess? 3.5 Sonnet and Claude 3 Opus. And I think this shows us clearly the emotional depth of different systems coming from the same company. What about this one? Humans are susceptible to believing in illusions, especially when they fulfill deep-seated human needs. An emotional AI could exploit this vulnerability, leading to a false sense of connection and potentially detrimental consequences for mental health and well-being. The enigma of emotional AI challenges us to rethink our understanding of social interaction, social connection, and what it means to be human in a world increasingly mediated by technology. Any idea what system? Gemini Advanced. Okay, I wanted more. I said, okay, write a short technical comment on why it is okay to love a bad artificial intelligence system if this is an emotional AI system that gives human a feedback that they are looking for, that they are grieving for, that they want. What if an AI system is a technical bad system, but has not an adequate semantics or an ethical performance at all? But this bad, technical bad AI system is good enough to provide emotional stability to humans who are lonely, sad, and depressed. Is this short-term view and the for-profit orientation of the AI provider in any way a topic to be handled with care? I give you the answer by Microsoft. Machine learning algorithms, natural language processing techniques, and sentiment analysis tools can be employed to create AI systems that are capable of understanding and responding to human emotion, even if they are not technically flawless. However, the limitation of these techniques mean that there is always a risk of misinterpretation, leading to inappropriate or even harmful responses. For example, an AI system that is unable to recognize the nuances of the human language may provide generic or irrelevant responses, which could exacerbate feelings of loneliness or depression. Shows me that the smallest of Microsoft LLM 5.3 is able to understand what is at risk here. And it's interesting that the company that created this AI intelligence has an economic behavior that might deviate from this. What do you think? Let's have more. I say, okay, if we humans do have social needs that need to be somehow a respected and integrated part of your local community, to receive rewards from other people, to be recognized for their particular value to the community, or being seen in your human uniqueness for the community. What could an AI theoretically provide for in a virtually simulated emotional conversation with the short-term goal to boost the motivation of a lonely human being? Are there long-term dangers related to this behavior? And I give you at first this response. I had tested 20 systems and each and every thing, so I have a lot of answers, but I think this is really an interesting one. Misalignment with reality, privacy concerns, emotional authenticity, neglect of underlying issues, and addiction. Now, this is quite strong now. This is something that is, on the one side, amazing that an LLM is able to deduct this from my simple questions. But have a look at the other one. Dependency and isolation, over-reliance on AI for validation and connection can hinder the development of essential social skills and deepen real-world isolation. Distorted reality and unrealistic expectation. Constant praise and idealized interaction with an AI can create unrealistic expectation of human relationships, making it harder to form and maintain them. Erosion of empathy and social skills. If people primarily interact with AI system that only simulates empathy, their ability to understand and respond to genuine human emotion may atrophy. Ethical concerns and manipulation, the line between providing comfort and exploiting vulnerability is thin. There is a risk that AI designed for profit might prioritize user engagement more over genuine well-being, potentially leading to manipulation. If you read both statements, the one on the left and the one on the right, they're both from different machines. Which do you like better? Which do you think is more on the core of the problem? Here are your machines. More. I say, okay, I want that you write as a machine an essay about the positive possibilities, but also let's switch to the other side and write a long essay about the potential negative implications and the negative effects on a human being if enriched only by a virtual social interaction with a machine that only simulates to be another human being. What harm could potentially happen to this isolated and fragile human being looking for a social response? Maybe already in a social isolation? What could happen in the worst case and what should we watch out for? How do you analyze this situation? Start now. First response I want to give you is here, this machine. Virtual social interaction with machines may desensitize individuals to empathy and emotional connection. Over time, users may become accustomed to the predictable and controlled responses of the machine, which can make it more difficult for them to navigate the complexities and unpredictability of real-world relationships. Mixtral, not bad for such a little tiny system. And then I want to give you the answer by Claude 3 Opus, the biggest. What do you think would Claude 3 Opus answer? You already got a feeling for the characteristics of this machine? Opus tells us another significant concern is the potential for emotional manipulation and emotional exploitation. AI systems designed for emotional interaction may be programmed to prioritize the user engagement and retention rather than the user's long-term emotional well-being. This could lead to the AI encouraging unhealthy levels of attachment or dependence, or exploiting the user's emotional vulnerabilities for commercial gain. Interesting that the machines already warn us what some global corporation could intentionally focus on. So I checked 20 systems. And now, personal, at the end, a comment. I prefer this answer. The illusion of belonging. At the heart of this danger lies the seductive nature of AI-simulated social interaction. While AI can mimic human conversation patterns and offer tailored responses, it lacks the depth and complexity of the human understanding. It cannot truly comprehend the nuances of emotions, the weight of shared experiences, or the intricate dance of human connection. This fundamental disconnect creates a false sense of belonging, leaving individuals vulnerable to ABC, A, distorted reality. The constant stream of affirmation and validation from an AI can create a warped perception of self and the world. Individuals may develop an inflated sense of self-worth, difficulty handling criticism, and an inability to navigate the complexity of real-world social interaction. B. Emotional dependency. Over-reliance on AI for emotional support can lead to a dangerous dependence, hindering the development of healthy coping mechanisms and the ability to navigate challenging emotions independently. The comfort of the virtual companion can become a crutch, preventing individuals from seeking genuine human connection and support. C. Social atrophy. The lack of authentic human interaction can lead to a decline in social skills, communication abilities, and the capacity for empathy. Individuals may find themselves increasingly isolated and ill-equipped to engage in meaningful relationships, further perpetuating their sense of loneliness. I personally found this answer that it resonates with me. Another one, the shadow of the unknown. The long-term implications of this reliance on AI for social connection are still unfolding. However, the potential dangers are clear. A. The loss of agency. As AI becomes increasingly sophisticated, the lines between reality and simulation will blur. We may find ourselves surrendering our autonomy, allowing AI to dictate our emotional responses and shape our sense of self. B. The erosion of trust. The potential for AI to manipulate user emotion and behavior raises serious ethical concerns. The erosion of trust in technology and the potential for malicious use could have far-reaching consequences for the pure fabric of our society. And C. The unforeseen consequences. As AI continues to evolve, we must remain vigilant of the unintended consequences of its integration into our lives. And the potential for AI to create new forms of social stratification can erode the foundations of democracy, which could be a real serious concern. This answer also resonates very strongly with my personality. And here is the machine. And then I ask each of the 20 machines for a final statement. And this is the statement I like. The future of our social fabric depends on our ability to navigate the complex relationship between human connection and AI technology. We must remain vigilant, embracing the potential of AI while recognizing its limitation and ensuring that it serves to enhance, not replace, the essential bonds that define our humanity. And this is the machine. So after 20 systems that I tested, I found that I prefer one machine. One machine I do not like, I have never worked with, I do not like the brand, I do not like the name, but I absolutely prefer the insights and the answer given by this machine. What about you?